Please welcome a big round of applause, Mr. Johnny Depp. Johnny, right here. Johnny, good to see you again. Johnny, would you come up the stairs with me so everyone can see and we can quickly talk before you go ahead and sign autographs? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hier ist der Johnny Depp. Nochmal einen riesen Applaus. Johnny, it's so great to have you back in Berlin, and they all turned out and basically came out to see you. What does it feel like to be back in Berlin?
It always feels amazing to be back here in Berlin. Amazing to be back here in Germany. I love it here. It's always been a very, very warm welcome, and this is astounding. You know, it's a very warm, touching moment. You know,
and it should be, because it's an amazing movie. I would like to introduce you to Özlem. She's in charge of the internet community. She's going to collect all the questions that are coming from fans now live, and she's going to ask you one or another. First of all, what I would like to know, Johnny, because we spoke about it during the press conference and during the interview, it has been a long time in the making to do this movie, but you had the idea quite early on. When did you come up with the idea, and why?
the idea had been sort of rolling around in my head for a number of years, and then I suppose actually prior to shooting, it was probably about 2 years before when I had the solid idea where we did the photographs and the tests and stuff, and then 2 years later we made the film.
You know, looking at what you guys did, especially there are a couple of trailers on the internet where we see sandstorms, and you talked about hail coming sideways. You know, after doing the Pirates movies, did you expect to be back in the same kind of situation? And how did you deal with all that kind of stuff?
Well, when you go to work with Gore Verbinski, it's basically a sure thing that there will be some really crazy stunts. And things that you physically won't want to do to your body, but you will for him. That sort of thing you always expect.
Like falling off a horse.
Falling off a horse, or jumping from a train, or, you know,
eating scorpions.
Trying to put scorpions in your mouth, which I wouldn't recommend, but yeah.
So how would you sum up the whole experience of doing the Lone Ranger? And because it's an American icon, especially Tonto is someone that is very dear to your heart due to the fact that you have Indian blood running through your veins. So how important was it for you to make that movie in regards to that community?
Well, that was the main reason for me to make the film, was to be able to salute the Native American community, to salute the original human beings of North America. And also at the same time to deliver something that was, you know, again with this very similar thrills to the Pirates of the Caribbean films, but with a message, you know.
Okay, and you know, hanging out with everyone on set and traveling around, you know, different states, in the States, what was the bonding like, and what was it like to actually, on the last day of shooting, was it like leaving behind your family and moving on towards something else? I mean, how close are those projects? How long do you keep them with you?
Well, you become very, very close on a film set, and you become close very, very quickly, you know. So when you spend 6-7 months with a group of people, yeah, the goodbye is quite a hard one. It gives you heavy boots, you know. But we had such a great experience making the film, you know, being able to do what we do, to create that chaos and to create that, you know, fun, is really a privilege. You know?
And it shows on the big screen. Özlem probably has a question for you from the fans.
We have, of course, many questions coming in. 2 very good ones, I think. One being, you spent weeks, probably months, dressed as your character. Once you take off that dress and the makeup, what do you keep with you from the character? Do you keep anything with you?
Oh, I mean, the character's still in there. You know, he doesn't go far away. They never do. They're always not far from the surface.
Wow. Second question: do you keep anything from the set as a memory once you wrap up a movie shoot?
Yeah, normally I keep the costume, you know. I keep the costume, and it's something that I can stick away, you know, for for the kiddies or for a rainy day, or I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What about the crows? Because I heard that they've made a couple of crows for the hat. Did you get to keep one of them?
Yes, I took a dead bird with me. I did.
A dead bird. So you said it because I think most of the fans didn't have the chance to pay attention or basically be at the press conference. You were talking about the picture that inspired you for the look of Tonto. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I was inspired. The look was really inspired by a painting that I saw of what I thought was an unusual-looking warrior. An unusual-looking warrior who had almost split himself into quarters, and you could, those elements of his personality would live inside those various quarters. And I saw a bird that was flying behind his head, and I don't know, for some reason I thought, oh wow, what a great idea, the bird's on his head, but it was actually flying behind. So we just stuck a dead bird on instead.
And it looks great. Johnny, it's always a pleasure to have you here. It's a fantastic movie. All the best of luck. And please do come back to Berlin and stay for a little bit longer, as you sort of promised.